Hey guys, it's been a week since I recorded my first teamfight video where I tried to simulate some teamfights and then afterwards do some analyzing of said teamfights. Now, I want to try and make this a weekly goal of mine to do this every week, and therefore, well, I'm gonna try and do it now again. If you didn't see my first video, I have a timer here on my phone that has a set amount of seconds that I can talk after every team fight. Now, one of my current goals is to try and talk slowly, to try and speak clearly so everyone understands me, so that there is no mumbling through my words, so that my English is very clear to understand. This exercise will help me in terms of getting to do the fast speaking, especially when I am in a pressured situation. Last week I think it was 20 seconds. Now this time around I will have 15 seconds. So I'm thinking let's just jump straight into it. We have top 10 team fights from week 1 of Worlds 2016. So what I will be doing is that I'll cast something afterwards, after every play-by-play caster has done the team fight, and then I'll reflect a little bit over why I made the choices that I did, why I started to talk about this and that instead of going for something else. I will just cast it like if it was a game from 2018. Obviously I can't remember the meta from 2016 that well. It wasn't an Ardent Center meta, it was pretty much like a teamfight meta if I remember correctly. But anyways, so I'm thinking we'll just jump straight into it. So 15 seconds is all I have to cast after every teamfight. So let's just start.
But G2 now control the map a little bit more. CLG want back in though. They've got to slow on his Sven. Not going to be a stun just yet here from the mid laner. Back again onto Mithy. His exhaust going to be up and he's going to find a target. Mithy wearing down and it's 2 kills for Counter Logic Gaming. Expect free engages, cannot find Darshan, and that's 4 already. Perk's the last one alive. There's the stun. He's going to take him down. The ace for Counter Logic Gaming as they run down the mid lane.
Gigantic team fight from Counter Logic Gaming right there. Stixay just continued to auto attack and nobody went onto him. Now so this is why it's also great for me to do this exercise. Yeah, okay, time ran out. So this is why it's also great for me to do this exercise, because I can stumble all my words, especially in these high pressure situations. So I'm gonna give this another go. Great team fight from Counter Logic Gaming. G2 never went on to Stixay, who could just continue to auto attack in the background. Now 5 members dead from G2. This could very well be CLG winning one game. That's okay. I think it was good to just stack up what the reward was of that fight, and I think that that was exactly the same that I was going for in the first one. Instead of saying one game, I said it should have been G2 CLG winning that game. Instead of just saying one game, it should have been, okay, this particular game is what CLG will be winning. Alternatively, if it was 20 minutes, you could have talked about the Baron, which was coming up. But with the mid lane being open, I didn't notice that at first. But with the mid lane being open, obviously there's something you would have noticed if it was a real cast. You could have just said that, okay, mid lane inhibitor is open, they can just rush down the mid lane and end it. Something like that. So let's jump on to the next one.
There's the stun. He's going to take him down. The ace for Counter Logic Gaming as they run down the mid lane.
That kick that we keep talking about, but EDG just playing this so patiently.
Take a look at this. Arrow comes out, connects onto Clearlove. Tidal Wave is cancelled by Jockster. Revolta finds the Sonic Wave. Deft is alone. Clearlove's down. 5v4. Moore's looking for Tokkers. Tokkers running for his life. Sanglepool was used. Good Gnaw. Mouse is out. There's no more damage to follow up. Port's running for his life. They've traded 1 for 3. But Tokkers gets the shutdown and they turn for Barrett.
EDG, they get caught out here by ITC, and now with only Death being alive, and Maiko and Death is actually alive. That's 2 seconds. I need to close my door. Okay, yeah, so, okay, so let me give this another try. Okay, so one thing that's important to highlight right here is that they have Mountain and Inferno. Okay. Big team fight right here from ITC. They kill everyone from EDG except for Death and Maiko, and now with this Mountain Drake and Inferno Drake in their hands, they can turn onto the Baron and start to close out this game. 15 seconds, I used 12 seconds right there. It's hard to put in a lot of information in 15 seconds. You could have mentioned that they could have gone for a tower, but then you would have to talk about how Maiko is dead as well, but that would have required more time too. So it's very much in this situation. I think that it's either they go for Baron and they hope to rush it down before Clearload comes up. Unfortunately for them, Maiko is dead. Or they go for an inhibitor, and then you talk about the top lane minions that are pushing in. Okay, let's continue on.
That's almost exactly what INTZ needed to do. Initially with the lead, calculated, beautiful macro, but then they slowed down. Right now, we got ourselves a good old Baron dance.
Boyless wants in again. He looks for Casa, does get him with a knock-up. There's the knock-up. This is the left. Casa goes in. Casa with the dust blade goes in as Ginger gets taken down. And the ulti back from Baron tags it out. Eno goes down for the shot as Maple is trying to salvage the fight. But Amazing Days here to stun it up, and MMD just can't do enough in Magnar form. Maple falls, and I may win 3-0 in the team fight.
I made a find Flash Wolves at a man disadvantage, killing 3 members. Now this gives them the edge over to that Baron buff. With them getting this Baron buff, they might just get what they need to come back into this game. Flash Wolves having control for so long, but now starting to fall just a little bit. So that was 17 seconds. I think that was actually a good analytic right there. Analysis right there. So I think that right here, it's great to highlight, especially the Baron. It feels like this is like the overall theme of this video, that the Baron is the turning point, that they have taken a lot of like late game fights. So I think that's primarily like what you can mention right here. You don't want to mention the Ocean Drake, sorry, not the Ocean Drake, Elder Drake route down here, because they're not going to go for that Elder Drake when they are in the area of the Mountain Drake, and they have both Mountain Drake and the Baron buff when they have both Jhin and Varus to right. So they're just gonna go straight for that.
A single team fight in the game, almost 40 minutes in, and it might actually decide it. Death Diamonds along
Of Smev
They want it
today. We'll see if it can happen. TSM slinking back in. Svenskern loses the Banshee's veil.
Going in, he's going towards Mickey again.
Not going to land the roof, but they are going to get the snipe, the assassination. Mickey goes down 5v4, missing an ultimate. Back into his strategy. Bjergsen burning down, pops the shield, and Rek'Sai won't get the kill. Look at the damage out from Wonder. They've picked up one as TSM have lost their jungler, but Trashy gonna lose his life as well. The Rek'Sai gonna go down and squeal in pain. And here's the snipe. Studlip gets one. He's looking for two, and he has no idea where Wonder went. Where'd that one go? And that's a nice dodge. There was no vision. He had to guess which way that little...
It looked like such a good fight from Splice to begin with, as they were able to pick down Svenskern and Hanzo after Mickey X just getting bursted there. But with Doublelift and Bifrost standing in the backline just continually auto-attacking, there was no way that Splice they could win this, and now they have their entrance to the Baron buff. I think I want to give that another try, because I went way over time and I could have poured much more information in there. Spent too much time talking about the difference between the two teams and how they had killed each other, but still had like a man advantage on the side of TSM. Okay, so let me try again. Good fight from TSM. They are able to kill both Trashy, Sencox, and Mickey X. No. Good fight from TSM. They're able to kill 3 members on the side of Splice, and now with their jungler on the side of Splice being down, TSM, they can go straight for that Baron buff, and that might just be what they need to crack open the base of Splice. 14 seconds. Mumbling a little bit at the end of that sentence. Instead of saying Splice, it was like Splice. Again, we're at like the very 40-minute mark, so Baron is again like the overall aching theme of week 1 here. You could have mentioned how like it could go for the inhibitor, and I think that might have just been a more safe choice. Like, yes, you have a Jhin and a Cassiopeia. They can burst down the Baron real fast, but they have no smite. So that could have been a potential way of also talking about what they could have done as, or what they could have gotten as a reward off of that fight. But I think the way that I handled it was good to talk about the contrast between the two teams. I do think that it would have been cool to talk about the potential inhibitor too, but that is something another caller could have done. I'm guessing that they'll probably try cast every game from Worlds. Good. Next one.
And he ran away.
Yeah, the third shot going completely wide. They're looking towards the Baron.
See some of the things that you
Oh,
well,
flank here from Smed. Looking
Is
for
it?
the push.
Who's
On
flanking
one
who?
side, who he's gonna find, and now he's gonna get a little bit surrounded. Equalizer comes in looking for a miracle, gets the shot ultimate, gets blasted anyway. There's the kill picked up, no damage coming across, 2 for 0. Kira likely to be next up on this one as Sped kites back, Prey in a battle with Smurf. Just no damage really dealt on either side as the dodge zone drops off. There's the kill on the Smurf. That's gonna be 4, 5 kills now picked up for Rox Tiger.
It all starts out so badly. It's poorly. It all starts out so poorly for Rox Tigers, but Smeb puts down the equalizer and kills everyone from ANX. It starts out so poorly right here from Rox Tigers. Smeb puts down the... ANX thinks they find... ANX think they find a pig right here onto Smeb, but he puts down the equalizer and puts them all on the spot. Now that's an ace coming in from Rox Tigers. They can immediately go over to the Baron, pick that up here 24 minutes into the game, and start to close it out. Oh man. Oh man. Oh, that took me like what? 5 tries. I think the way I handled it in the end was good. So normally you don't want to criticize teams, really, right? You want to be as positive as possible. So I felt a little bit bad talking about how it all turned poorly for ANX. I can't remember their name. Analysing or something like that. But I think that it turned out fine. A potential thing you could talk about instead of going for the Baron, because the death times aren't that long, you could talk about them just pushing into the mid lane. Which I think might have just been, I wouldn't say a better choice, because obviously it all depends on the caster and what their idea of the game itself is, whether they value an inhibitor more or a Baron buff. I always value the Baron buff more, because I think that is so good at giving you the opportunities to go in and grab an inhibitor later on. But I do see the point in you getting the immediate reward from the inhibitor.
Here's the ace in front of the base, only 24.5 minutes in, looking to push it down mid.
Marta decides to back away.
Yeah, they call him off one more time. I mean, Marta backs away, and they know that time is still in their favor. He's looking for it one more time. He was spotted out. Spence Garen?
Oh, again, looking for it on the hunt. Good.
Oh my goodness.
Three-man knockup. TSM are getting destroyed. They've already lost two. Bjergsen and Svenskeren trying to run for their lives. The shockwave's already used. Hornser goes golden, but he's going to get taken down. Knocked up once again by Mata. Mata still with 100% kill participation.
It all starts out so well from Mata right there in that fight, getting that triple man knockup, taking out both Doublelift and Bifrost, and securing the victory in that fight for RNG. See, I had 3 more seconds to work with. So that's one way you could do that, because I feel like right here, with this not being as intense a situation as it could have been, just telling you, so just analyzing who won that fight is fine as one colorcaster, considering that this is going to be a tricast. Had I more time, I would probably have used 10-15 more to talk about now what the reward is going to be from RNG in that fight. So I want to rewind this a little bit, just so you guys can see. So I've another one that I want to try a little bit. Okay, so right here, right? Let's do it.
Looking for it one more time. He was spotted out. Svenskeren?
Oh, again, looking for it on the hunt. Good.
Oh my goodness.
Three-man knockup. TSM are getting destroyed. They've already lost two. Bjergsen and Svenskeren trying to run for their lives. The shockwave's already used. Hornser goes golden, but he's going to get taken down. Knocked up once again by Mata. Mata still with 100% kill participation. RNG go for Baron.
Off of a brilliant equalizer and knockup from Mata. You can't... Wait, I can't even see what the team names are anymore. There we go. Sorry, RNG. Off of a Off of a marvelous equalizer and a big knockup from Mata. RNG, they can turn onto the Baron. They still have the Onslaught of Shadows. Svenskeren has no flash, so this should be an easy Baron pickup for RNG. Again, 12 seconds. You can see the difference right here, how I, instead of continue to try and analyze the team fight, I try to go for the Baron instead of talk about the reward immediately. Now, I only mentioned that they can go for the Baron. I talk a little bit about the fight as well. Another caller could pick up on what they will then get off of that Baron. Or I can start to expand on that after my play throws it back to me.
RNG go for Baron. Some poke, but look at the minion wave up top. Smurf is trying to delay, but he's not doing a huge amount. Stixay gets caught up by some poke, and Smurf again trying to push up. This is a 3v5 for a few seconds longer. Steos has just spawned. Abyssal Voyage is available for Licrit if he wants to try again the back line. Kira goes forward to the skies, throws out the hammer shot. Smurf is running down Darshan. After we delivered by Licrit. Stixay, Hoo-Hee, Afro, they're all low, but Steos goes down. He can't get the kill. Flash forward from Smurf. That's the shutdown. He's got 3 to find and a GA to pop. Now Kira's going low. He joins the fray. Kira's down. Stixay's got 2. That's the culling coming out as Stixay's finally killed. Afro stays alive. GA respawns Darshan. There goes the Tempered Fate. Once again, nobody caught. Licrit waddling, lashes down Afro move, and Darshan's gonna...
A long drawn out defense coming in here from ANX with a Miracle just standing in the back line. Stixay tried his best but couldn't take him down. A Miracle comes in and secures the Miracle for ANX. So there's not a big reward that they can get from this, okay? So you only have like 2 members up from ANX, so they can't really go for the Baron buff anyways. So I think it's better to make this an emotional moment and try and talk about the defense coming in from them and why it matters that they now forced away CLG. Another point you could have made was, instead of taking it from the ANX side, which I think personally I love whenever they're able to defend, I think you could have gone for the okay, so let's say that I had to do this right now. Okay, so CLG, they just tried to end out the game, but I just couldn't do it. Stixay tried to really step up, took down a lot of the members of ANX, and now obviously you would mention who it was and do it in a little bit more refined way, but ultimately was taken down by a Miracle. Then you've seen it from the side of CLG, and then finish it on the side of ANX. That's also a way you could have done it.
Gonna run for his life. A 4 for 3, but the base is broken open.
Big treads for stun duration. Another poke out from Looper, putting Ruler to half. Nice dodge and a nice pickup. No threat on the Drake. Now Royal control mid lane. All 5 are there. They've got inside track there first. They're controlling the chokes. Ambition on one side, the rest of the team on the other. Looking for a bit of damage. Shahu gonna pop the QSS. Here comes Cube into the back lines. It's several stuns. The Ruler's already got one. Hits Matza. He might burn down. He's gonna get him, actually. That's 2 already. Now Uzi caught up, exhausted and dead. 3. Make that 4 for 1 to Samsung.
Samsung Galaxy, they get the Infernal Drake and then they immediately turn on to RNG. Cuvée come in with a slicing maelstrom, and off of one big... Samsung Galaxy, they get the Infernal Drake and then they turn on to RNG. Cuvée steps up big time with a gigantic slicing maelstrom, securing Fear, that's Danish, that's not English. Samsung Galaxy, they pick up the Infernal Drake and immediately turn onto RNG.
This is what...
Okay, I'm gonna knock it out of the park now. Samsung Galaxy, they pick up the Infernal Drake and then they immediately turn onto RNG. Cuvée comes in with a gigantic slicing maelstrom, securing 4 kills for Samsung Galaxy, and this might just open up for them to get the Baron, but they have to make sure that MLXG doesn't come in and steal it because he's still up. So that was 17-18 seconds. Not the best way. I stumbled over my words quite a lot. I think the way I put my emphasis was good on Cuvée coming in with a gigantic slicing maelstrom, because that's pretty much the one that secured the fight for Samsung Galaxy. I think 2 seconds, I need to look at something. So I think that it's good that you end out on the Baron. I think that if I was a single color caster, I would have used more time on the actual fight and then allow for my co-caster to come in and talk about what they now can get, which is basically that they can go for that Baron. So what I'm saying is that you don't want to bite over too much in some of these fights.
Happens when you don't have an exhaust against a cannon that can dive your back
Maybe
line.
this is a strategy to try and get all of the outers down. Sneaky, with every rapid fire shot, takes a good chunk of that turret down.
Yeah, tower should fall. Flash rolls. They use the tidal wave. They use the equalizer. Sidestep away. Sneaky stays alive. MMD goes golden with the outclock. Here comes Impact. He cancels it. Impact's going to come with a They've got it. They've killed him. That's it. May have just done it. They jump onto Cluster. It's a 5-on-3. Metos is running for his life. Cocoon goes out. NL's looking for Impact. The super minions will now start pouring through. Baron and Elder, and everything is with Cloud9.
Flash Wolves, they tried their last stand. Flash Wolves, they tried their last stand. They come in with the equalizer and the tidal wave to try and get onto Sneaky, but they can't get him. In the end, you see Meteors come in, get that pick onto Mabel, and this is Cloud9 taking home the victory. It's very rarely I hit that energy so high. Like, they already have the Baron buff. They're not gonna go for the Elder Drake. If I was more invested in that game, like if I had been the one casting it for 70 minutes, I would probably have been I would probably have went like Kobe for that CLG game. Let me see if I can find it. It's like the one where I never doubted them. This one. So like I would probably I probably went like Kobe like in this game. So take a look. This is what you would probably want to do in that fight. Like, you don't want to talk too much about how they won. You could do that, yes. Just briefly mention, okay, so they picked up a kill onto Maple. They were able to come in with a good Lee Sin kick. But you would much rather be more invested in this.
Death mark onto Hui, and they're starting to help, but Xiao is shut down by Stixay. I don't know how this one's gonna turn out, and that's insane. Looper is going low, but he chrono breaks back. A double kill for Hui. A kill for Hui. Is going over again. I can't believe it. A triple kill. They're gonna win. Be the ace. Looper is down. CLG
Do you believe Kobe did it? Are you kidding me? They're gonna take down the undefeated team here at MSI. And I never doubted them. I never doubted them.
The very least.
So that's probably more the way that you would handle that fight, to go completely nuts in terms of being emotionally invested into it instead of trying to do the analytical part of it. Like, I think it's fine to talk about how Flash Wolves, they tried to engage onto Sneaky, how it didn't work out, but it shouldn't be more than 5 seconds, and then perhaps 5 more seconds of being emotionally invested before you throw it back to the playcaster or another colorcaster that will go crazy. Like, you could hear how they were going crazy in this game. Let me show right here. So you have Quickshot that's doing a PvP, then you have
Impact's gonna come in the
I can't quite hear who it is. I think it might be Jad and Asael, or at least someone like that. They are going crazy to colorcaster, so that's the way you would probably handle this more.
They've got it! Killed him! That's it! May have just done it! They jump onto Cluster. It's a 5-on-3. Mitos is running for his life. Cocoon goes out. NL's looking for impact. The super minions will now start pouring through. Baron and Elder, and everything is with Cloud9.
At the very least, it's 2 inhibitors, but it could very
well. So that's not good from Jad to not match the energy of Quickshot. Right there. I know that Quickshot tore down just a little bit, but still come in a little bit higher. But that's just critics from my point of view. But yeah, you can hear how he's talking about the fight.
Look at NL,
yeah.
He has to do the work. There's hundreds of minions in the base. NL is chunked up. He's running for his life. The Nexus turret goes down. The Nexus turret number 2 is killed. And Cloud9, they don't give up.
So yeah, okay, so I
They
could talk about the end of the game as well. I just decided to go for the fight, apparently. I thought it was over. But yeah. Different ways of you to tackle that situation.
As a pro player, you have to have an incredibly short memory. Baron did not go well last time for G2, but it is also the way, if they want to win this game, that they have to win this game. They have double Mountain Drakes. It speaks to their strengths of being able to burst down the Baron, and they're hoping to get Rock to pull out.
Gets rooted, they're going!
Teleport's coming in! Curtain Call and Wish have already been used. A Trick is running away! Expect gets caught down. He's got a PA, remember, but he needs Mega... Delete it! Remember, I've seen one! And G2 are aced! The best timing!
I'm not even quite sure if I can... Oh, man. Oh, this is such an iconic play. Okay. Are you crazy, Smap? That slicing Maelstrom just secured that fight for Rox Tigers. That's a clean ace coming in from them. They can push down the mid lane. They can go for the Baron. They can end the game if they want to. That is so iconic. I can't do that, man. Okay, Jesus. So that's... So I think it's cool that I, instead of saying, okay, slicing Maelstrom, that was so great, it held them all down. I think it was cool that I just said, okay, they can go for this, they can go for that, they can end the game. And just not necessarily have the sharpest analysis, but instead just go completely invested into it and go crazy. I think that's much better, and I like that much better. And I think that, like, overall my personal style of casting has never been to look at the actual team fight. I can do it. It's just something I kind of rarely do, and it's actually something I should work on, and I need to work on once I get a little bit of a better grip onto my English, and when it becomes more clear in my speech, then it should be something that I work on to try and analyze why fights they go that way. But I find it quite cool that you're able to go this crazy after that fight. Better would probably just to say they can go for the end, like there's long death timers, instead of going full crazy and say they can go for the Baron too. But I feel like if you're invested into that fight, then that's okay. Okay, so that's about it. Yeah, so that's the end of this video. A lot of good thoughts being put into this week's video. I'll do another one in a week next Monday. I hope you all enjoyed some of the thoughts that I have behind my casting, and just to get this big update in terms of what I'm doing. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. Remember, find me on social medias, and I'll be back in a week. So thank you guys for watching, and have a great one.